Welcome back. It is 7:45. Joining us this morning, we have Melissa Bowen. She's a counselor. She does a wonderful job. Melissa, good morning. Love to have you on.
Good morning, Alex. Always good to be here.
So you are at a conference this morning specifically, correct?
Very much. I'm at the Louisiana Counseling Association conference. It's the first time we're back in person. There's hundreds of counselors from across the state here,
Wow.
continuing education, making connections. It's really been fantastic.
Okay, well, we are going to dive right in here. We're talking stress this morning. I know it's a huge thing for so many people, but my first question for you is, I know this is a big thing, how do you identify stress and what's causing it?
And the fact that you say what's causing it, that's kind of the big first place to start, is to identify what stress is versus your stressor.
Yes.
So stress is the emotion and the symptom that's building up in your body, where it could be pains in your body or tension, lack of focus. But the stressors are things like work, school, time, money, expectations. When you can separate the two, you can look at the things that are causing you stress, maybe look at them a little bit differently. Maybe you can see a way to engage with them differently, do something about them, or let them go. But it just helps you differentiate what is the thing that's causing me stress, and then how am I experiencing it.
So from there, once you've identified what's causing the stress, are there some tools or tips to focus on specifically to alleviate the stress?
Definitely. And it'll be unique to you as the
Right.
person. But there are some stressors that we're not going to be able to get rid of, like kids and work. Like we're going to have to deal with these things. But we're just not meant to deal with them long term.
Right.
But the single best thing to alleviate stress from within the body is physical activity. And thank God I'm not just talking about exercise, because I'm not always going to get that. But it's physical activity. And so that could be social interaction. It could be laughter, crying. We should not be afraid of crying. That's not a sign of weakness. It's just emotions leaving the body. But that's a physical activity also. Creative expression like dance or writing, journaling, drawing, that kind of thing. Hugs, affection, sex, just anything physical. So even if you eliminate a stressor altogether, and the body does not know that it's not in danger anymore.
Right.
And so you have to speak the body language to help what we call complete the stress cycle. So to get that out of your body so your body can know it's safe again. So that's why it's important.
Like a physical outlet or physical hobby almost, something to kind of alleviate that stress. We have about 2 minutes here. This is just a question I have to ask. If you let this stress go, excuse me, if you let the stress go and it continues to be, can it affect you physically? Like, can it start to really affect your health?
Completely can. And that's kind of why we talked about this to begin with, because a few times ago when we talked, you talked about sleep disturbances.
Yes.
But build up stress in your body. Cortisol will build up. I mean, there's a whole bunch of other chemical terms, but depression can build, anxiety, physical tension, stomach, back, neck pains. It'll start to affect you physically for sure if we don't address it. So that's why all the more important to address it. And if I can tag on that,
Sure.
I am here at the conference, so I am super energized and so proud of my profession. But get support.
Yes.
There is support out there for any level of your stress to help work through something and anything. Everybody here's got specialties and passions. Google us, call your insurance, find us on social media, ask a friend. There is levels of mental health support all across Acadiana and the whole state. So please get support. We're not meant to do this alone.
Absolutely, and that is exactly what I was going to ask you for my final question. When do you know when it's time, or if it's time, to seek help or reach out to a counselor for your stress?
That's a good question. And I would say, if you're wondering it, go ahead and call.
Yep.
Don't wonder
Can't
too
hurt.
long. If you're saying, I wonder if, then just say, yeah, go ahead. And if you have one session and you feel like, oh no, this is good, I'm good, then don't go back. But if you're wondering at all, go ahead and make a call.
Okay, and Melissa, last thing here. You are wonderful. If people would like to reach out to you, how might they do so?
My website is melissabowenlpc.com.
Okay.
And I'm not always taking new clients, but I'm happy to make recommendations just like I'm doing here. And maybe we
Okay.
can make a resource that your listeners and viewers can find on your site too, because counselors are out here. But yeah, melissabowenlpc.com.
Well, you are wonderful. Thank you for that insight. So very helpful, and we'll see you next time.
All right, y'all have a great day.
Enjoy the conference. Thank you. Okay, we've got to check in on alleviate.